Hello, Uta here with a new fresh bouquet of largely the Barrett Browning. One of, I believe this is the Cadron. Um, I know I one year planted Ceylon and Cadron, and I would have to do some research to remember which ones. And I was misidentifying these before. Barrett Browning are very fragrant. And I'm just so enjoying the peak of my daffodil season. There we go. Now, this is a video responding to the idea that I'm so angry and I have feelings of inadequacy, which is a comment now deleted from an individual that I call a trans troll. And that kind of projection is something I think I should actually bring up when I'm putting out the videos about how a counselor or life coach or mentor to a confused teen or adult who has cross sex ideation. I think that this whole idea of projection is important. It's a key part of this cult demeanor that the cross sex ideation movement has. And they use language that is vague and undefined to serve themselves. And this was a comment under an old video of mine where I'm wearing that black sweater with the embroidery on it. And it was called something like The Realities of Sex, about the coercion that a wife of a cross-sex ideating man is often subjected to regarding sex role play, using a strap-on or other equipment, or watching kind of odious pornography together, all of this kind of pressure. And I said at the beginning of the video that this was take 3 or take 4. And because it's about sex, and that was sort of like an aside about my dear mother, Lorraine, who lived to be 100 and was the daughter of a Lutheran minister. And okay, so this is what the trans troll said. I've started writing these down. I've decided this is going to be a chapter in the new book. My first book, of course, being In the Curated Woods, True Tales from a Grass Widow. Grass widow being a term that I thought was better than trans widow, but I have acquiesced and said, yep, it's been named trans widow. And so that's the term that I use now. So this is what dude, I think, who is in one place Klaus and in another place Chloe. So that tells you what Chloe and Zoe seems to be, unfortunately, some of the favorite names: Ruby, Chloe, Zoe. I don't know how these people, choose their name in adulthood. But anyway, so he says underneath this video, I get a sense of anger and feelings of inadequacy. Now, any woman who is coerced, cajoled, or pressured by not only her soon-to-be ex-husband to do things like put on strange equipment and do sex role play in bed, has every right to feel angry and to feel it in a justified way. Women often feel that we're not entitled to our anger. And the fact that this troll could not understand that this is an imposition, it is arrogant, it is just wrong for the therapists who diagnose these AGP men, autogynephiles, and say that, like Dr. Connie did in 1993 with my now ex-husband, said that, this is not the cause of your divorce, and what you need to do is, get cooperation from Ute to do all this stuff so that you can pretend that you are feeling like you are a woman during lovemaking. And you can't do that. You can only be a woman during lovemaking or any time of the day or night if you are a woman. And so there you are. I'm being insistent, but I wouldn't say that I have particularly angry feelings at this point. I've worked through so much as I process all the trans widow testimonies, and the fact is, with these husbands who are down into that rabbit cave, the glitter cave, I would say that there is behind these demands of them to allow them to wear our clothes and to make demands about our behavior in bed, and completely, I mean, what I say to Chloe Klaus is direct that at J.K. Rowling. And please do look at the community notes here where I've posted the link to the comedian Leo Kearse reading J.K. Rowling's tweets in response to the law in Scotland, the anti-free speech law in Scotland. Please do keep on following that. Please do keep on following the WPATH files and all the detransitioner lawsuits. Right now, I'm very busy with weeding. I take out my anger on the hairy bittercress, the garlic mustard, and the cow parsley, because they will take over and erase my garden plants and my wildflowers if I don't get them out of here. And to engage in this kind of projection where you say, oh, you must have this the sense of inadequacy. And, I got that from Nettie when he was, having the therapist actually tell me what to do in bed. Like, I no longer was having sexual relations, intimacy with my husband. I had 2 therapists in bed with us. And I just said no. And that's what women have been needing to do for 40 years. We've just been needing to say no, and we don't accept men in our category. And also there's a lawsuit that Riley Gaines is following through against the NCAA for allowing men in women's sports, and the NAIA, which is an association for small colleges, small private colleges, has now banned. They've agreed. They voted 20-0. How angry and inadequate of them. They voted 20-0 that men will not play in these private small college leagues. So it all kind of fits together. Sports and women's rights for our categories, our privacy and honor. And, it seems like it's all just really starting to come to a bubbling boil. And I had to laugh at this comment. And the projection of the cross-sex ideation movement, that is the trans movement, of their anger and their feelings of inadequacy onto basically everyone else, and their insistence that we call them something that they are not, is classic projection. And that's why I really wanted to bring this up to you. Now, back to the weeding.